What are the barriers and the challenges to disabled people in the UK accessing and attending the plethora of physical activity groups that are all around the country? Well, I've come down to the Disability Shooting Club in Aylesbury to speak to them and to get some of their thoughts. Let's go have a look.
Hi, I'm Damien Hinchcliffe. I'm the Secretary of Disability Shooting Great Britain, which means I organise, run and help the new shooters take up the sports. I'm also a coach, so I can help actually coach some of the new members as well. Problem with it is the lack of knowledge and the lack of information out there, the fact that there is such a thing as disabled shooting. British Shooting and ourselves have worked hard over the last, 4, 5, 6 years to get the message out. And in fact, British Shooting have set up around the country a number of hub clubs so that people can get into shooting. I think it's also a lack of confidence as well, because I think shooting, it's a very elite, very expensive sport. It can be just once you get going into it, but to start off with, you come down, you borrow the club guns, and you see if you want to go. We'll let you try pistol, we'll let you try rifle, and then we will advise you. I'm interested in buying, a gun. Okay, what sort? And then we'll help you choose.
My name's Natalie Southflaw. I am a project manager for a charity. The barriers, I think, in accessing sport, especially for people who acquire a disability, are finding out what's out there, for one, knowing where to look to find those opportunities, but also, I think, obviously I'm not newly disabled, so I might be talking out of turn here, but I do think that knowing what you're capable of doing as well, which I think kind of goes with people who were born with their impairment as well. You don't really know what you're capable of doing until you just do it. So I think that's something that is a real challenge as well. And I appreciate I kind of said 2 challenges there, but I do think they're kind of the 2 biggest ones, definitely. The barriers in parasport, especially if I look back to my sort of thing around para-dressage, is, again, I started riding when I was 5, but it was therapeutic riding, and kind of actually knowing that there is an opportunity to do more with it. And I think for me, the kind of turning point, if you like, was when I went to the Olympic or Paralympics at London, went to the para-dressage, and at the time naively thought, yeah, I can do that. So again, it was on me to think about what I can do, because there was nothing really, open source, if you like. There was nothing that said, this is what you need to do. So it was kind of, for me, finding it was riding for the disabled school, but finding a school that was willing to help me to compete, and then bridging that gap between that therapeutic riding and actually going on to compete. But that's something that, again, I had to find out about myself. It wasn't an easy thing to do, whereas I think if there was just more information out there on how to do these pathways and get to these different competitions, I think that would encourage more people to do it.
So I've had an amazing weekend down here at Stoke Mandeville Stadium shooting, and I've met some amazing people. I've shot before, so with me in the army, it was great to get back into that again. Completely different from being in a wheelchair. And I was afraid of coming down and doing it, for my own pride and things like that. But the people I've met, they've been so welcoming, so supportive, and it was just great being around people like you, people who are disabled as well, who have challenges. The key message to people out there is give it a go. Try not to let your limiting beliefs stop you from enjoying life. You don't know whether you're going to like it or not until you get out there and try it. So, what are you waiting for?